the Los Angeles Lakers. Rick Fox, Shaquille O'Neal, and Horace Grant along the front line. And in the backcourt, Bryant and Harper. Phil Jackson, of course, winning those 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls, set out for a year, and then took the Lakers' job, winning a championship last season. Very successful basketball coach in the NBA. We'll talk more about Phil a little later. Take a look at the starting lineups now for Houston. Taylor Olajuwon and Walt Williams. Shandon Anderson and Steve Francis. A bit of concern offensively for Houston. You got to get something, Calvin, out of Williams and Shandon Anderson. And in the San Antonio game, they combined for only 1 point. And it's been a little concern now if they're out on the court.
Well, the secret is for a ball player to get something out of himself before you can give the team something.
Lakers hold the all-time advantage over the Rockets, 115-60, but the Rockets have won 3 of the last 5 meetings. They've matched up very well, and Shaq steals it from Olajuwon. And Ron Harper will start it off. They run that triple post triangle offense of Tex Winters that he brought to the Rockets many years ago, and Tex has been running that for 40 years. That's off the glass for 2, so Shaq to the attack. He'll have a free throw coming.
Well, unfortunately, if Shaq is going to go to the foul line, don't let it be and 1, where he's already scored on you.
Yep. Shooting only 37% from the line.
The problem that Olajuwon's going to have tonight, whoever is going to be matched up with Shaquille, and it should be the whole team, is allowing him to catch the ball so close to the basket.
And he misses. He's only 17 of 61 in his last 6 games. That's 28%.
It took me a whole season to get 61 foul shots. And I had to chase people down and jump in their laps.
Oh, Taylor with a left hand took it up and missed it.
It's interesting. Steve's a great rebounding guard, and so is Harper. So Harper is going to be around that basket with Steve.
Here with a miss, and look at who's right there for the rebound, Steve Francis.
I've seen him play a few times.
He's averaging 6 rebounds a game. That's a lot.
That's from the point guard.
Yeah. Mo Taylor from the outside. Shaq was on him, played way off.
Yeah, well, Shaq, most big men don't want to be caught up in a situation of a man going around you. They'd rather have you shoot over them.
Shaq, of course, played his college ball at LSU, and there's Kobe Bryant with the jumper.
Well, you know Kobe's going to take a lot of shots. You don't want him to make shots early because he really gets his confidence going, and the more shots he'll take.
His worst shooting game was here in Houston in the first matchup between these 2 teams. The Rockets won that game by 10, but then he came back with 37 out in L.A.
Well, one night he was 7 for 31. He had a worse night than that?
Yeah, in San Antonio. There's Shandon Anderson now. Yes. Well, they posted him up in a hurry to get him involved, didn't they?
Well, we talked about he's got to get himself involved. You can't shy away from the offense. The easiest thing to do is to pass the ball and claim it doesn't come back. I would not go out anywhere near. I allowed Harper to take that shot if he wanted it.
All right, Shaq's got it 4 on the shot clock. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Bryant didn't get it off. Oh, my goodness, he got it off in time.
And the ball was hit as it was being released.
Yes, it was. Well, he looks like he's on his game tonight.
You had to tell me that this early in the game.
Well, you can tell by his stroke, can't you, Murph?
I sure can. I was hoping that it was accidental.
Olajuwon.
You can tell by that stroke that we've seen for the last 18 years, too.
You got it. Beautiful arching jump shot. Game tied at 6.
Did you ever think about the day that he is not out there, Bill? Man, that is talking about coma time, going into a coma.
Out to Bryant now, passed up the 3-point shot, goes over to Harper. Harper will fire it up and miss. Olajuwon yanks it down. Quick outlet pass to Anderson. Shandon from the top of the key, and an air ball.
Yeah, now he wasn't ready to shoot that ball. He's almost too anxious to get involved.
Did you notice not only is Bryant averaging 29 points a game, he's also one of the best defensive stoppers in the league. He's on Steve Francis on the other end.
Well, he's tall, quick, long arms, and he jumps extremely well. And he is a shot blocker from the guard position.
Horace Grant, second leading scorer on his team. Walt Williams yanks it down. Game still tied at 6.
Well, see, now that's...
Alley-oop inside to Olajuwon and an errant pass.
Now, see, that's what you want to do against a team like the Lakers. And when you know you have the big two being Shaq and Kobe, you want everybody else to beat you if you to lose.
Rockets are number 14 in the league in turnovers, almost 16 a game. The Lakers much better, number 6 in the league at 14.7. Rick Fox from the outside hits.
You know, when Rick Fox was in Boston, I've always liked his game. I knew he could be a quality player if he was on the right team. You know, now all players are not for all teams. But he got with the team that allowed him to do what he does best.
Oh, Taylor from the outside. Well, I'll tell you what, both teams shooting lights out, 67%. Rockets 4 of 6.
I tell you,
the Lakers 4 of 7.
Mo Taylor might be the most improved player on the Rockets team.
O'Neal inside, lost the ball out of bounds, and they're going to say Taylor knocked it out. You know, O'Neal is so strong. He reminds me of Wilt Chamberlain. People fly off of him. He doesn't have to move very much to knock people away. Inside to Bryant.
How easy was that?
Very easy.
You know, the difference between Wilt Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal is that Wilt Chamberlain was chiseled. I mean, he looked like an Adonis when he was walking out there.
Tell you what, Shaq's pretty chiseled himself.
He's big. He's not chiseled. He's not something that you would put into a weightlifting contest as far as body structure is concerned.
Yeah, right. Olajuwon outside, little dance step back to Mo Taylor. Taylor fires it up, just touched the rim, and Shaq off the floor, gives it up to Harper.
Now, Harper is just what this team needs, someone that will sacrifice his game, get everybody else involved.
Ron Harper from the outside hits. You know, people forget Ron Harper, the first 6 years in the league when he played for Cleveland and the Clippers, he averaged 20 points a game.
Well, see, that's before he tore up his knee.
Yep, he tore up his knee, then he went to Chicago, and of course, he was just a caddy for Jordan.
I have no problem with that.
Olajuwon from the outside.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I'd caddy for him in a minute, in a heartbeat.
Like the 5 heartbeats?
Just give me 10%.
That's 30 million.
That's it. Kobe covered up. Takes it to the middle. That, I guess, was not ruled a double dribble. They said somebody touched the ball. That was hard work for Kobe Bryant. He has not missed a shot. Bryant 4 for 4, 8 points. Lakers up by 4, and a timeout called by Houston. 6:26 left to play in the first. A lot of technical fouls in that game. Kobe Bryant hasn't missed yet, 4 for 4 in the early going.
Well, defensively, somebody better give him a different look.
Outside to the Wizard. Good defense by Fox, but he bumped him off and got the jumper.
Now, see, he does a nice job staying focused. Most of the time, players will stop expecting a whistle. But Walt, being no shooter, he figures I'm by myself now. He done fell off me.
Walt's been in a shooting slump. Maybe he'll get out of it here tonight. There's Grant from the outside. He misses. Shaquille O'Neal for the rebound. Takes it up. He's fouled. And the foul is called on Shandon Anderson.
Now, he fouled him on the floor.
Yep. A lot has been made, of course, of the fact that Bryant shoots too much, and everybody's always trying to get something going between Bryant and Shaq. They say it's just not so. But Bryant does he's taken 140 more shots than Shaquille, and that's the reason why. Bryant 5 for 5. He has 11 points. He hasn't missed. Of course, Shaq gets the ball a lot if he didn't miss so many free throws.
That's the key.
There's a steal by Bryant. And
that's offensive.
Offensive foul on Kobe.
See, there's the greatest admiration for a player is when the crowd cheers you getting a foul.
Nice little push off there by Kobe. Good job by Steve Francis to pick him up. Rockets trailing by 5. Nice pass inside.
Now, see, that was a smart play on Kobe's part. Now, he could have been tempted to try to block that shot. He knows you don't get many block shots on the player, and he backed off, not trying to get his second foul.
Whistle and a foul on Hakeem. And for Olajuwon, that's his second foul here in the early going, and Kelvin Cato is going to get some early minutes. You remember that game, though, the end of last season when the Rockets defeated the Lakers, Cato blocked Shaq's jump hook a couple of times in the fourth quarter. He has played Shaq well at times, and Hakeem will come out of the game.
Well as a person can play Shaq.
Well, that's right. Shaq says, let me take it down low, and there's a block, but the foul on Cato.
You got to remember the one thing about Shaquille. Now, Shaquille may not shoot the foul shots well, but he gets enough of them that somebody's getting into foul trouble.
I got a stat for you here, Murph, being a free throw shooter. Shaquille has missed 163 free throws. Now, that's 19 more than Cuttino Mobley has attempts. Mobley has 144 attempts for the Rockets. Shaquille has missed 163.
That's a whole year's work for a lot of players, getting 160 shots.
Let's say 165 now. He's already missed 2 here. And he's missed 3 in a row. He'll keep you in the game. He can take you out of it. He can keep you in it. Walt Williams, yes, and the Wizards looks like he may have brought the jumper tonight.
Well, I think that Fox is doing a poor job trailing him. He's allowing Walt to come catch the ball and face the basket without any defense in his face.
Everybody with 4 points for the Rockets except Steve Francis has not scored. Cato with a rebound. Quick outlet pass to Steve. Steve to the middle. Reversal. Oh, it almost went in. He almost tipped it in. That got the oohs and ahs going.
Well, see, that's the kind of a play that the crowds are sitting and waiting for. But have a finish to it.
And Harper throws it away. 4:15 left to play in the first period. Rockets trailing by 1. Wizard goes around Fox, takes it in, and the Lakers, of course, #1 in the NBA in block shots. And that's one of the reasons right there.
I'm still trying to figure out how could you have Shaquille O'Neal on your college team and not win a Nationals, and then have a Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf at the point.
He's #1 in field goal percentage and #2 in blocks from the outside. There's a miss. Trying to keep it alive on the floor, and Shaq comes out of there with it. And when he wraps those big hams around it, it's his ball.
And if he tried to take it, he takes it personal.
Timeout taken by the Lakers. 3:48 left in the first, and it's a 1-point game on Fox Sports Net. For the Lakers at over 4 a game. Shaq is #2 at 3 assists a game, so they lead in scoring and assists.
See, I don't understand that, because if he's shooting that much and nobody else is leading the assist, they're not shooting the ball very well. Now, he's shooting extremely well tonight.
My goodness, I guess he hasn't missed. Is that good enough? 13 points, 6 of 6.
But he's doing it by himself. That's why there's no assist. He's just playing one-on-one, which is working. All right, now there's that. Now they played Walt a little bit on that situation.
Outside to Rick Fox. Fox attacking the basket for 2.
Now Shaq rebounded the ball, got it out to Fox. Fox challenged the whole Rocket transition defensive team one-on-one, and this is what they're going to try to do all night long. If they miss, they still have defensive balance, so the Rockets can't retaliate on them.
Francis one-on-one with Fox. No Taylor trying to post up. He does. There's the shot clock down to 5, down to 4. Nice pass inside. Blocked his own shot.
Yeah, well, he was looking for Shaquille on that.
Yeah, he was. He was looking around. Bryant trying to pass it off, gets it back. Right by Walt Williams, drops it off to Shaquille O'Neal for the slam, no basket, traveling. 2:39 left in the first period. It's been the Kobe Bryant show. 13 points on 6 of 6 from the field, and yet the Rockets trail by only 5.
I'm concerned about the Rockets getting something out of possessions. You can't come down and get something out of every 5 possessions.
Steve taking it up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot. You got to make him play a little defense, and that Steve really hasn't forced the issue except for that time right there.
Very good point, Bill. This is exactly what you got to do. You got to make him play the defense on the other end of the floor. If you don't, and he's shooting the ball as well as he's shooting right now, he'll have an extremely large night.
Kobe with his first foul. And Cuttino Mobley will check in for Walt Williams. Rudy going to go small. Hey, Murph, have you noticed the new guy on the TNT pregame shows now that's doing the color?
The guy that
for
looks...
TNT, George Foreman?
No, that's not George Foreman. That's some guy wearing a whole fabric store.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was
Charles Barkley.
Oh, is it Charles? I thought it was George Foreman. I just peeked in the other
Charles Barkley. And he had the nerve to call up here a few seconds ago talking about my suit. Well, Charles, please, you need, I'm not even going to say it.
They don't have enough fabric to fit him right now.
Charles, call back up again. I want to talk to you. Talk to me to my face. Be brave enough to tell me about my suit to my face, Charles. I know you're watching.
Charles, he looks like the Electric Horseman, doesn't he?
Oh, please, don't get him started. Don't bait Charles. Charles, you're still my man, 20 grand, but don't talk about my suit, especially when you're wearing 5 of them.
Okay, Mo Taylor back on the offense. Great move by Maurice Taylor.
Why are you trying to start a fight between me and Charles?
Oh, I'm not trying to.
Electric Horseman.
Kind of brighten up the night tonight.
Hey, I feel kind of spooky just since you brought it up.
Oh, Kobe Bryant slams it home.
How do you not box Kobe Bryant out? Has he missed yet? 15 points here in the first quarter?
7 for 7. Mo Taylor from the outside, and he hits. Maurice Taylor 4 for 6. He's got 8 points. Rockets staying right with the Kobe Bryant show. Isaiah Ryder in the game now along with Kobe. Taking it inside, and no, it's Houston's ball. Yeah, Jack pointed the wrong way.
Now, folks, the reason the official gave it to the Rockets, even though it didn't go out of bounds, he's a part of the floor, and he was standing out of bounds. The official.
Taylor outside now. Under a minute left to play in the quarter. Little isolation move, and he loses it. Bryant in the open court. Good pickup by Francis, and the foul is called.
See, the one thing I like about the Lakers transition game, they force the issue. When they go to the baskets, they're going. There's not going to be anything where they're indecisive if they should make this move or not. They're going to make you play defense every possession.
I guess it was on Francis, the foul. And Kobe Bryant, I saw another article yesterday. They're comparing him to Michael Jordan, and I just don't see it. I think he might be as big as Michael one of these days. I'm not sure, but their games are not really alike. He's going to be the next Kobe Bryant. There's no doubt about it. This kid's got his own pizzazz.
Bill, you said it correctly again. Why can't he be a great Kobe? Why does everybody got to be Michael? There was only one Michael. There was only one Oscar Robertson. Only one Wilt Chamberlain.
When you played with Jelly Bean, did you see Kobe coming? Francis taking it in, and Shaq with a block.
Oh, by the way, there was only one Calvin Murphy, too. I thought I didn't since
we all know
since you didn't mention it.
We all know that.
All right, then.
Of course, you had number 23, and that was a clean.
I'm the original 23.
Oh. Okay.
Me, Pistol Pete wore 23. Steve Francis wanted to wear 23.
Why didn't you let him?
Well, he didn't meet my price. I said for $20 million he could have it. He never even answered the question, Bill.
I don't blame him. Steve, all of his points from the free throw line. He has 4 points. Everybody in the lineup for Houston has 4, except Taylor with 8. 2-point game, 27 seconds left. Bryant hasn't missed yet. And a foul on Cuttino Mobley. So the Rockets in the penalty, and Bryant will go to the line.
Bryant missed the foul shot.
Kobe had 51 points at Golden State back on the 6th of December, and I believe in that game Antoine Jamison had 51 also. First time two guys had squared off against each other and had 50 plus. But what a month it has been for Kobe Bryant. But can the Lakers win with just two guys? You know, they might miss Glenn Rice a little bit unless Ryder or somebody can pick up the offensive load.
I tell you what, after watching San Antonio the other night, they're looking for bear. They are so thick in every department. And then, of course, you have, I think, maybe the best center in the game in Tim Duncan. You say what you want to say about Shaquille, who's a great player, but Tim Duncan is actually better equipped offensively.
Down to 3, down to 2. Taylor, yes! Maurice Taylor with 10 points, 0.2 of a second left. All Robert Horry can do is bring it into Ryder. And that's the end of the first quarter. Well, Kobe Bryant, 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He's made his three-pointer. He has 18 points, but the Rockets trail by only 2. It really is. He struggled, as I said, the first game in here in Compaq Center this season, but he's not struggling tonight. In that first game, he was 7 of 16 for 15 points. In fact, the Lakers only scored 74 points in that game. Rockets beat them 84-74. Mobley out to Taylor. He hasn't missed.
Wait a minute here, my brother.
12 points.
Taylor is making a statement himself, folks.
Lucci Norris in the game. He'll pick up Brian Shaw. Steve now will be on Bryant. O'Neal takes it inside, missed it. Taylor with a rebound, outlet pass to Steve. Steve gets around Isaiah Ryder. Over to Lucci Norris. He'll fire it up. Short. Steve knocks it out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute. They're calling a loose ball foul on Steve Francis. Nope. He set 3. Now he's changed it to Kelvin Cato, 13. I don't know why he just didn't say it was out of bounds off Steve and leave it alone. That would have been too easy.
Too easy, my brother.
Taking it down to Shaquille. Working on Cato. Looking to the middle now, takes a big step, muscles him out of there, and there's Kobe Bryant. Somebody please put a body on that guy. 8 for 8 for Bryant.
Forget a body, put some handcuffs on him.
Knock him down, right, Murph?
Don't hurt him. Just knock him down. Don't bruise him. Just get his attention.
Shaw playing the passing lane over to Mooch. Picked up by Robert Horry until Shaw can get back. Illegal defense on the Lakers. Shaquille O'Neal was playing somewhere between here in Sugar Land.
Was he on 59 South?
He was up 59 South somewhere, and I don't think he really cared one way or the other. He's not known to come out and
Well, I tell you what, if he was out there somewhere with a big detour sign, you can believe that.
You got that?
They weren't going through him.
He's the roadblock. Coutinho to the basket, lays it up too. Great drive, Coutinho Mobley. His first basket of the game. And it's tied at 30. How did you like playing that triple post? Bryant,
well,
you played for Tex on his first couple of teams here in Houston.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Bryant hits again. He has not missed a shot. 9 of 9.
To answer your question,
Isaiah Ryder with a foul.
To answer your question, Bill, when you run a triple post offense, you've got to have a passing center because you start, ball goes into the center, and you form a triangle. Well, unfortunately, I played the triple post with Elvin Hayes. And nothing personal, but when the ball went to Elvin, you could form all the triangles you wanted.
The triangle stopped at E.
He was fading away on my back as I was starting to form the triangle.
Mobley with the isolation on Ryder now. Mobley, good crossover move. Ryder picks him up, little fadeaway, missed it. 2-point Laker lead. Kobe Bryant already with 22 points. I don't know what he had this early in the night. He had 51, but he's almost there. Shaq to the middle over Cato for 2. Shaquille O'Neal, 6 points.
It's interesting. I'm watching Kobe operate, and I'm watching the expression on Shaq's face. I don't see any problems. Shaquille's all about winning.
Mucci, hook pass to Cato. He saved it, but threw it right to Ryder. Got to have those hands inside, the big man. Ryder with a turnaround, got it.
You know, it must be something about that basket.
Rudy doesn't like the way it's going right now, and he calls a timeout. 9:01 left in the second. Lakers up by 6. Well, Kobe Bryant, 9 of 9 from the field. He has 22 points. Shaq has 6, and that's about it.
That's enough when you don't miss a shot.
Look at the shooting so far, mainly because Bryant hasn't missed. Both teams shooting lights out.
67%.
All right, Mobley working on Ryder now, gets it inside, and goaltending on Robert Horry. Robert Horry thinks he got it before he got to the glass.
No, he says it came off the glass and it was below the rim and he hit it.
Lost both arguments. Took it in, missed the shot. There's Shaq with a rebound, puts it up for 2, and he's fouled. Well,
mechanically, Bill, defensively, the Rockets are having problems because there's a couple things you got to do against a team that has a player like Shaquille. You've got to be aware of where he is at all times. When the shot is taken, your only job is to make sure he doesn't get the ball.
Well, the Lakers are the number 3 rebounding team in the NBA. The Rockets are number 24, and that's what you see right there. Is Taylor, who had a terrific start to this game, will come out now. 6 of 8 from the field. He has 12 points. Shaq missed his first 3, making his first 4, but Robert Horry goes and gets it. Cato with a steal. Mucci, tough pass, good catch by Mobley, missed it, and Anderson missed the putback. Into the middle, Ryder turns it over. 3-on-1 fast break. Mobley back out to Mucci. Shoot it, Mucci got the numbers. Well, Bullard. Rockets had the numbers underneath.
Well, I tell you what, a little Murphyisms need to be put on the floor right now. What does that mean, folks? Shoot the ball when you have the shot.
Mucci over to Shannon Anderson from the corner. Wow, they got something out of it. Shannon with 7. 3-point game. And a timeout taken now. I think Phil Jackson's a little upset with the turnovers. The Rockets hanging tough. One of the great stories in the NBA checks into the game. Mike Penberthy, young man from Canada, went to the Masters College in the NAIA. He's a good shooter. He'll be on the outside. He hangs around that 3-point line. Good, he missed. Shaq with a rebound, puts it up and off the glass for 2. What a great move by Shaquille O'Neal.
He can't shoot foul shots, but he can play basketball, folks.
You know, Stanley Roberts was on that LSU team with Shaquille O'Neal and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who was Chris Jackson at the time.
Did they get to the Sweet 16?
I don't know. I think they did. Dale Brown was the coach at the time, and Dale was very proud of Shaq when he went back to LSU last Saturday to receive his degree. And they retired his number.
Well, I can't. Mooch, my goodness. Timothy doesn't want to play defense. He could have walked in there and sewn a jacket and made that basket.
Watched a game the other night, and Penberthy was hitting some outside shots, but he got Damon Stoudemire of Portland in the game because he couldn't guard him. He doesn't play defense.
Right there.
Yeah, there's your shot.
Goodness gracious.
He saw Shaq, though.
I don't care if he saw Shaq and Shaq attack. You got to shoot that.
Turnover Houston. Brian Shaw in the open court. Down to Shaq for 2. points for Shaquille, 22 for Kobe.
Now, here's the problem. Kobe's taking a breather, so Shaq is going to take over.
42-35. Backboard, good pass inside. Anderson with a miss. And the putback, Cato missed it. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on number 20, Brian Shaw. That's his first team third.
Shaw with the foul. Third team foul on the Lakers, and Kelvin Cato will be at the line. Well, the most minutes Kelvin has played since he came back from that high ankle sprain. Been trying to get his wind back. Played 10 minutes tonight, no points, 3 rebounds.
2 steals.
Rockets had about a month ago climbed up to number 2 in the NBA in free throw shooting, but they've had some horrendous free throw shooting games since then, and they're down to number 6. Cato missed it, tipped out of bounds by the Lakers. Rockets get it back. Kenny Thomas and Walt Williams will come in for Bullard and Cato. All right, who's going to guard Shaq? Kenny
Everybody.
Thomas?
Well, Kenny's going to be assigned to him.
All right, Kobe prepares to come back into the game. And joining him will be Mark Mad Dog Matson out of Stanford, a rookie.
Now, is this the one that is the crowd favorite out there in L.A. because he'll dive into a brick wall for a ball or something?
Yeah, in the final moments, because that's usually when he gets in. This is the earliest he's played a lot. Mobley taking it to the basket, and Coutinho draws the foul.
Boy, let me show you how brave the Rockets are. Here's Coutinho going to the basket. And before he went to the basket, he wasn't worried about who was guarding him. He looked to see where Shaquille was. When he found out Shaquille was on the bench, all of a sudden, he got a lot of speed, didn't he?
You got that right. Go right. And you might as well do that,
I'm
right?
not mad at you.
You're going to get some easy shots.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. When he shot that one, I knew that rocket wasn't going to land.
Well, his left elbow, his shooting arm, has been really hurting him. He fell on it a couple of games ago. What are you looking at me for?
Well,
the Rockets have missed 4 free throws in a row.
Well, we talked about self-destructing.
Alley-oop to Kobe. I've never seen so many layups in my life. 44-35, Lakers by 9.
Kobe's 9 for 9, isn't he?
Lakers on a 6-0 run. 10 for 10.
10 for 10.
Mobley outside, 6 on the shot clock, down to 5. Gets a step on Ryder. Fell down. And Ryder in the open court to Bryant. Bryant blocked by Kenny Thomas.
That's a shot attempt, isn't it?
Williams, the Wizard, for a 3. That was a big turnaround. Went for a layup.
Great.
A layup to a 3.
Great defensive intensity on the part of Kenny Thomas to go 94 feet to block that shot.
And the Lakers take a 20-second timeout. That's my bell.
Let me ring your bell.
Michelle, my bell. 44-38. Ryder for 2. Yeah, that's right, Murph. The difference is I'll eat mine after the game. You'll eat yours now. And the Lakers in the paint, 29-10 over Houston.
Do we have a problem with that?
29-10.
In the paint.
Yep.
So we got to paint that a different color because that's not working right now.
Now, Kenny Thomas ought to be able to take Madsen. Nice turn move, left move. Nice move, but no shot.
You can have all the moves in the world. If there's no finish to it.
All right, Bryant with the turnaround. Got it. Well, he's had 1 shot blocked. He's made all the others. 11 of 12. 26 points. Where's Clutch? Let's put him on it.
No, turbo.
Norris. Lucci got it. I don't know how he got it. He got it up and in. They tacked that basket without Shaq in there. 8-point lead by the Lakers. Isaiah Ryder knocked away by Coutinho Mobley.
Remember now, Coutinho is left-handed, so that means Isaiah turned right into his left-handed strong suit. That's why he was able to steal that ball.
Inside, Penberthy was on Mobley, so they tried to get him the ball, knocked out of bounds by Bryant. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Steve Francis will come back into the game. Lucci will go out, and Fox will come in for Penberthy. Enough layups for Phil Jackson. He's coming back with Shaquille O'Neal, and Matson will go to the bench. Minutes left to play in the first half. Isolation, illegal defense on the Lakers again, and it's on Shaquille O'Neal. That's the second.
God, that's bullshit basketball.
Walt Williams will shoot.
Boy, let me tell you what, when it rains, it pours.
You know,
I just don't.
Walt's a 85% free throw shooter, but Francis is 89.
I'll tell you whose fault it is. It belongs. This guy sitting in back of us is his fault.
Oh.
As soon as he walked to the arena, all our foul shots started going awry.
4 of 9 from the line, 44% for the Rockets. Double team on Mobley. Swinging around Williams. Steve is open, baseline jumper. Got it. That's money in the bank. 48-42 now. A 6-point Laker lead. Isaiah Ryder hoists it up from outside. Bryant with a rebound. Steve tied him up. Well, they're going to call a loose ball foul on Steve Francis. His second foul of the game.
Now, here's what happens a lot of times when the star's going strong. All of a sudden, you can't breathe on him. See, the reason I'm a little bitter because I wasn't a star, so I used to get beat up all the time.
Now, that's that complex you played with.
Well, that too.
Kobe misses. That's news. Call the Chronicle. He missed a shot. Steve Francis got it. So Kobe starting early and Steve coming on late.
Do you know that the Rockets are only down 3 points here?
That's right.
As well as the Lakers has played, as well as the Lakers has shot the ball.
Bryant wasn't looking for that pass. Shaw. And he throws it right to Shandon. Two-man game. Mobley saved. And Steve Francis. And that's just, boy, when you got the numbers, how do you make a pass like that? Trying to be too fancy instead of playing basketball. 2:52 left in the second period. Lakers up by 3. Shaw will have the ball. Brian Shaw, a veteran of 12 years in the NBA. They picked him up. Taking it down to Shaq now. Lost it, going up, and a foul was called. Kenny Thomas with a foul. There's always a lot of contact whenever Shaq is involved. That's just the way he plays. Now, listen to this stat, Murph. Shaq has now missed 2,644 free throws in his 8-year career. You missed only 419 in your entire 13-year career. Shaq has missed almost as many free throws last year as you did in your entire career. He missed 392 last year by himself. He's missed them all tonight. He's going for the goose egg. Ted, Bill Roberts can find him, can he? 0 for 6 for the Shaq tonight. If he can shoot free throws, you have to outlaw him. What they used to say about Wilt. 4 on the shot clock. Back outside, Kenny. Cranks it up and misses. The long rebound goes to Ryder. Isaiah Ryder, they picked him up. They were hoping his points off the bench would supplant those of Glenn Rice. But he hasn't.
Well, Glenn is more of a standstill shooter. Ryder wants to be in motion. So that means he's got to handle the ball.
Shaq puts it up, misses, and the rebound of the Wizard. Pass by Houston. 7 turnovers by the Rockets, 8 turnovers by the Lakers. Actually, the Lakers with 1 more turnover than Houston. Ryder has it knocked off his hands by Steve Francis. Shannon Anderson to Mobley. Mobley lays it up. Got it. That's the way.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's how you run a fast break. Nothing fancy. The fanciest thing that should happen on the end of a fast break is 2 points.
Since the Lakers took their largest lead of 10 points, the Rockets now on a 9-0 run. Foul on Mobley. That's the 5th team foul on the Rockets, so the Lakers will shoot. Both teams in the penalty for the final 118. Mobley picked up his 2nd foul of the game. Yeah, Isaiah Ryder, they wanted him for offense, and he signed a minimum contract to come to the Lakers. Problem is he's missed a few practices, been tardy a few times, has been upset with the press and his role by the team, but I guess Phil Jackson, with his experience with Rodman, knows how to handle somebody like that.
But the difference is when Rodman was going through his antics, you can be assured that he was going to get you 17 boards every night, and they won, what, 4 championships with him. You can put up with a little shenanigans in that situation.
Ryder had a very checkered up and down career. He really hasn't been happy anywhere he's been.
And I don't understand that
he is a heck of an offensive force.
You know what, Bill? He's a very fine young man. I mean, he's been very nice when he talked with us. But it just doesn't go along with his personality when he gets on the floor.
3-point Laker lead. And for Ryder, he has 6. Offensive foul on Kenny Thomas. It's all right, Kenny. You set the pick on Bryant. If you set it on somebody else, you'd be okay. Here comes Robert Horry in the game, and Brian Shaw will go out. 1:09 left. Horry's been trying to develop that 3-point shot again that he had when he was here in Houston, and he's up to 40% from the 3-point line.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to his 3-point shooting when they had him bulk up. You know, to play the power forward affected his shot.
Back at the baseline, down to 6, down to 5 on the shot clock, across the middle, passed it off inside for 2. Wow, how does Harper get that shot off? 52-47, 45 seconds left. And he sets another pick on Bryant. Francis called for turning the ball over. Points in the paint, the big difference. Look at that, double for the Lakers. Good defense by Shannon Anderson. Bryant turns inside, illegal defense on Houston. That's the first.
Now, Rudy's right. Kobe Bryant was doing the same thing that they just accused Steve of doing, pumping that basketball.
Last year, that would have been a free throw for the Lakers with 23 seconds left. This year, I think it's 14 now. Right back to Fox, right back to Shaq. Shaq, little bounce pass, goes astray. 16 seconds, and the Rockets can go for the final shot. Harper, boy, he turned him around. Back out to the Wizard, top of the key, missed it. Harper with a rebound, 2 seconds left. Horry up to Fox. Fox got it off in time, and it almost went in. Well, it was quite a quarter. Kobe Bryant, 11 of 13 in the first half. He had 26 points. Shaq with 12. 12 for Maurice Taylor, leading the way for the Rockets. The end of the first half, the score, the Lakers 52, the Rockets 47. Now finish with 26 shots, but he'll make 22 of them.
Boy, that's enough to make you want to quit basketball, isn't it, if you got a guard?
Rockets have it to start the third. Lakers will have it to start the fourth.
But now, Bill, you said something earlier that's important. You got to make him play the other end of the floor, too, don't you?
Yep. Walt Williams with a miss. Steve Francis gets it back. There was a foul on the shot, I believe, and if it is, the Wizards going to get 3 free throws. Is it a two-pointer? All right, Rick Fox with the foul.
Shoots 2.
2 shots for the Wizards. Walt now with 8 points. Horace Grant is in the locker room, and they say he's got an upset stomach and an upper respiratory infection. Come on, Horace, so do I.
But you're not making 70 in a year.
That's true. Good point.
You got to sit over here and work, boss.
You got a lot of zeros of difference in that, I'll tell you. Inside to O'Neal, back outside. Going right back to Shaq now. Olajuwon giving him a little room. Steve's on his tiptoes trying to get to the ball. 4 seconds. Down to 3. Down to 2. Down to 1. That's going to be a violation. Good defense by the Rockets.
24-second violation.
You know, the Lakers are giving the Rockets golden opportunities to get in the game or to take the lead.
Yep.
Now they've got to capitalize on what the defense or what the mistakes that the Lakers are doing will work for them.
Lakers are 6-6 on the road. Even when they beat you, they don't blow you out. From the top, there's a miss by the Dream. Shaquille O'Neal now with 7 boards. Robert Horry starting this half in place of Grant. Shot clock down to 5 again, down to 4, down to 3, and a foul is called. Called on Shandon Anderson. That's his second foul of the game. So that's Hack-a-Shack time. He's 0 for 6 from the free throw line.
It's interesting when you talk about, and everybody talks about how poorly he shoots the ball. You know, I feel for him because I know as an athlete how he must feel. You know, he's got to find a formula. I was talking to a couple of the Lakers personnel, and you know they said he has so many coaches that he's taking a little piece of everybody. That's what it's caused him to go backwards with his free throw shooting.
You know, Murph, if he shot 50%, now he's shooting 38%, and Horace Grant just came back in. If Shaq shot 50%, he'd have to make 30 more free throws. His average would go up a point. He'd go from 25 points a game to 26. So Horace Grant over that upset stomach, and he's back into the game. 53-48.
Test the stomach. Go right at it.
Ryan not letting Steve go back outside. Saves it over to Olajuwon. Back to Steve. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Steve puts it up off the back. O'Neal, long down court pass to Bryant. Dribbled it into a crowd. Got the roll. And draws the foul. What a player.
Well, when it goes right, it goes right. There's no question about that. If you're going to foul him, you can't allow him to get an and one. I keep using that phrase, folks, because it simply means the ball went in the basket, you get 1 foul shot. And one. I'm tired of hearing that when his name's involved.
His father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, played for the Rockets during the 82-83 season, averaged 10 points in 81 games. And that Rockets team won only 14 games that year and qualified for the Ralph Sampson sweepstakes.
I was on it, so I remember.
How do I tell you? Lance is taking it to the basket for 2. Nice drive by Steve.
But what did he do that was correct? He made Kobe have to play some D. Take his mind off that offensive end of the court for a while.
Bryant with the jumper hits again. 13 of 15 for 30 points.
The Lakers defensively do a nice job forcing the big men away from the basket to catch the basketball. Yeah, he's playing well, but look where he had to go out to receive the ball. Opposed to where the Rockets are allowing the Lakers to catch the basketball.
57-52. Just keep feeding Bryant till he cools off. He missed, and a loose ball foul on Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, Bill, I think he called that's his second foul, so he's not in any danger. But when you talk about Kobe, keep feeding him, that's that old theory of let's milk the situation. Let's keep him going while he's in that zone. Look where the Lakers are forcing the Rockets to come to the ball.
Well, Taylor pass inside, back out. They swing it around. Great pass to Williams, and the Wizard hits a three. Boy, what a great pass to Wall.
A touch pass. He was going out of bounds. He could have thrown the ball towards the basket. He found the shooter.
2-point game. Inside, lost the ball. Rick Fox has got it, fires it up, missed it. Rebound, here comes Steve on the run. 3-on-3. The Wizard puts it up.
Oh, he's been struck, folks.
We're tied at 57.
Don't look now, but Walt Williams has got a little shot of his own going for him.
13 points for Walt.
But do you understand what Steve's doing? He's playing smart basketball. He's getting the ball into the hands of the shooters.
Called on Shannon Anderson. His third foul of the game. He was trying to go around Shaq's pick, and going around Shaq.
Yeah, but it's like going around a mountain.
Yes, it is.
But nevertheless, Olajuwon, if he showed and stopped Kobe a little bit, then Shannon wouldn't have to fight his way through that pick.
Bryant knocked away by Steve Francis. Bryant gets it back. Shannon's right in his pocket. Shaq turns baseline. Too hard, one toe. Ball tipped over to Horace Grant. Blocked from behind. Shaq gets it back. And
every time he gets the ball.
Foul on Maurice Taylor. Hey, it's not for the faint of heart in that paint.
See, this is why I was so blessed to being 5'9", because I had no business around that basket. You know, earlier, years ago, some of the centers, because of all that action and arms flying and fingers moving and getting poked in the eye, they started wearing goggles, if you remember correctly.
Shaquille 1 for 9. A couple of games last week, he was 1 for 11. He was 2 for 22 in 2 games in a row.
Oh, that's ugly. Oh, don't let him get it back.
Missed it again. Rebound to the Lakers again. Steal. Steve Francis. That's a breakaway foul. Clear path to the basket. The dunk won't count.
Yeah, but he wanted to get the crowd involved. That's a good move right there to get everybody excited.
Well, I think that's why Harper fouled him. He didn't want to fire up the crowd. So he took a clear path to the basket foul, but you got to block the shooter off from the rebound.
You cannot stand there. You know he's going to miss the shot, so you got to box him out. I tell you, got excited on this move, Bill. My mom's in the crowd, and she's sitting over there getting all excited about these moves. That wasn't a breakaway?
It was a breakaway, wasn't it?
I guess not. It was a great defensive move now. It went from a breakaway to a great defensive move.
Well, they call it clear path to the basket, but he was on his way, no doubt about it, and they're not going to get the call. Game tied at 57. Mo Taylor, great move. Hammered, and a foul is called inside on Horace Grant. I don't know if Jack Neese's whistle is working. I haven't heard it.
He just made the call, Bill.
But I didn't hear the whistle. I'm serious. Did you?
Yeah. Clean him out, Bill. Clean him out.
I'm talking about the actual physical toot of the whistle.
Let me try this again. I heard it.
Oh.
Folks, did you hear it?
Well,
there's Willy Wonka in the wax factory again.
You got rabbit ears, man. That's the first Rocket lead of the game.
Rabbit ears. Just call me Bugs.
That's it. You can hear anything. Be whispering about you. Over on the other side of the arena, you can hear it. There's a miss, and Walt Williams clears it. Great rebound by the Wizard. Williams hides behind Olajuwon. Missed it. Akeem tips it in.
Now, Shaquille came out to stop Walt's shot. That left Olajuwon to break to the basket for that offensive tip.
Rockets on a run now, leading 60 to 57. Shaq misses the shot. Tipped out. Shannon Anderson fights Bryant off the ball. Bryant goes for the steal, knocks the ball away, gives it back to Olajuwon.
Look at it, Steve! Look at it, Steve!
Inside to Akeem. And he's fouled by Horace Grant.
Now, Rudy's team is doing the same thing I just said. Rudy just came down the sideline and gave the shoot sign to Steve. He wants him to take that shot. That's makeable for him.
In the last 3 minutes, the Rockets have outscored the Lakers 10-zip. Nothing. Rocket run. Got them both.
12-0 Rocket run. Let me hear it, Bill.
12-0
keep me abreast of what's happening here.
Murph, just check the court every now and then.
I want to check you. I like being over here with you. Forget the court.
Kobe got a shot look, missed it. Rebound to Steve Francis. Francis with 5 rebounds to go along with 4 assists, 11 points.
Make him play D, Steve. Make him play D, Steve. Make him play D, Steve.
Rockets on a 14-0 run. 64-57 Houston.
Our defense a little sharper. The Rockets are getting too many good looks at the basket with that being contested.
Houston 6 of 9, Lakers 2 of 9 to start this quarter.
Well, what the Rockets got to do right now is simply play smart basketball and keep the Lakers off the foul line.
Rick Fox with a jumper, misses. Rebound, Maurice Taylor.
It's a totally different game, Bill, when you're shooting coming from behind than when you can be free stroking. And it's interesting that Kobe, the last 3 or 4 times down the floor, didn't necessarily get involved in the offense as well as he was shooting earlier.
Francis puts up the jumper, missed it. And a foul. Steve accidentally got tangled up with Rick Fox. Boy, that'll give you a little burn. Coming off that injured ankle that he turned the other day, so far it doesn't appear to have bothered him too much. That's the 5th team foul on the Rockets with 5.5 minutes left. Both teams with 5 team fouls. I think he just knocked the wind out of himself. Nope, he hurt his ankle again.
Oh, goodness.
Checking into the game for the Rockets.
Well,
number 12,
Moochie Norris now will come in for Steve Francis.
Well, the one good sign, folks, is that he was able to walk off on his own. So he limped off, but he wasn't carried, so he may be able to come back. In a situation like this, normally they'll take him in the locker room, retake that ankle a little tighter.
Rick Fox gets them both. Lakers 8 of 19. Of course, all those misses are Shaq's. He's 1 for 10 from the line. 64-59. Bryant picks up Moochie now. Maurice Taylor will work on Robert Horry. Robert, a little better defensive player than Horace Grant. Tried to follow the miss. Bryant saves it, but he saves it to Taylor. Rockets get a break. And a tripping foul on Shaquille O'Neal. I think Akeem got a break there.
I think my brother had a flat tire.
No, there's a little raised area over by the free throw line where they painted the free throw line a little thicker.
Watch that line. It's a killer.
I've tripped on it before. You're cold-blooded, Murph.
Oh. A couple weeks ago, I was playing over the church gym with some of the kids, and I went in for this great move, went up for the basket. The top part of me went, the bottom didn't move. The kid said, Mr. Murphy, how come you didn't jump? I said, oh, I didn't want to jump over you guys.
Looked like Rubber Band Man. 66-59 now. Largest lead of the game for Houston. Taking it down to Shaq. Back out to Kobe. Rick Fox with a 3. Got it. Now, he can shoot that three-pointer, and you can't just leave him alone out there. Fox Fox on the season 39% from the three-point line, 28 of 70. 9 seconds, down to 8 on the shot clock. Back to Olajuwon, 18-footer over shot. What a shot! And Akeem with 12 points. 13 for Walt Williams, 15 for Taylor. Going to fire it again.
Yeah, okay, now, you just said it. He can get hot in an instant and say that way. So Rudy just told Walt, don't stay at home. So it simply means stay on your man. Don't let him get the ball and have a free look at the basket.
68-65. Fox with 12 points. Lucci forced it up, got it back. Hit the bottom of the basket.
Now notice what Green is doing, Bill. He is taking Shaquille out away from the basket to play the game. So that gives the Rockets an opportunity from the weak side to come in, just like Shannon Anderson did, get some offensive rebounding.
Shannon did a good job of sealing off Robert Horry, and Robert with a loose ball foul. So Shannon will have 2 free throws. Rockets have missed 7 free throws. And the Lakers have missed 11. Shannon tonight with 8 points. He's the only starter not in double figures for Houston. Usually it's the Houston bench doing the offense, but tonight the starters are in the act.
Well, Rudy is giving it a lot of different looks, different combinations out there. So you really don't have a bench tonight, opposed to normally what you have is 5 guys coming off the bench.
Fox. Nice pass to Kobe, missed it, slammed it back in. Well, you can't teach that kind of ability. Boy, he didn't even have to bend his knees to jump. He went right back up and slammed it.
Those are strong toes there, because he sprung from them bad boys.
32 points for Kobe. 7 on the shot clock. Shannon giving it up to Akeem now. 3, down to 2, down to 1. Passed it off, got it up, and it did not touch the rim. So that's a 24-second violation on Houston.
Timeout, Rockets.
Timeout charge to the Rockets. 3-point Houston lead. 2:52 left in the third. Hey, folks, you know who that is? That's Calvin Murphy's mother, all the way down for the Christmas holidays from Connecticut.
Yeah, she's all, look at her concentrating on this game. A minute ago, she was up screaming for Steve and the boys.
Murph,
that's my mama.
Murph, I understand she was a heck of a college player. Right?
No, she
basketball
player. She played pro ball.
Pro ball, huh?
This is my mama. I love you.
quite a lady, and I'll tell you.
Thank you, Bill.
The gray hairs in her head, folks, I can only tell you who gave her all of those gray hairs.
Let me tell you who's going to guard.
Although Bobby and Sammy did probably. Taking it inside. And the Rockets do a good job on defense. Mobley outside. He'll fire it up. Missed it. Fox clears it off. Shaw takes it right down to Shaq. Boy, look at him. He just took that elbow, put it on top of Olajuwon, and glued him to the floor.
Olajuwon got a little upset with that one.
1-point game now, 70-69.
Well, you can be assured they're going to go to Shaq a little more.
Olajuwon with a jumper. You got O'Neal backing up. Akeem with 14.
See, Akeem is at the advantage when he takes Olajuwon, when he takes Shaquille out on the floor.
Shaw out to Fox. 9 on the shot clock. Robert Horry fires up a 3. Ooh, went in, took a peek.
Now, folks, he can shoot that. That's no accident. When he was with the Rockets, he had a 40-point night in Milwaukee one night based on that same shot.
Turnover Houston. Let's check with Lisa Miloski now on Steve Francis.
Bill, Steve Francis is back on the bench. He's stretching out that sore ankle right now. He was just retaped, as you and Calvin expected was going to happen, and he'll be ready to go. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Lisa. She gets around everywhere, doesn't she?
She better stay out of that locker room.
Isaiah Ryder in the game now, trying to get outside. Back to Fox. Good pickup by Walt. Walt with a foul.
Hey, Bill, let me tell you a little trivia question here. Guess who the guard was that played with my mom? My mom played semi-pro basketball, right? Guess who the other guard was that played in the backcourt with her?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, Althea Gibson.
Ooh.
Yeah, they played together for 7 years.
You know, maybe one of the great athletes of our time.
That's right.
Althea, of course, won Wimbledon and a lot of major championships in tennis, but also played on the women's pro tour and took up golf late in her career.
My mother told me you should have seen her play basketball in Wilmington, North Carolina when they were growing up. They said it was ridiculous the things she did. Of course, this was long before the WNBA and some of those girls' leagues.
Althea Gibson and Babe Dieterson Zaharias.
Yes, indeed. I thought you'd like that little piece of
Yeah, that's good. That's great trip. Moochie.
And that's a great shot.
Moochie Norris with 4 points, and the Rockets keep the 3-point lead. 47 seconds left in the quarter. Shaq got it in for the night.
They're going to have to start fronting Shaq now and getting weak side help, because there's just no way. He's just too strong and too overpowering to play behind him and let him catch the ball 2 dribbles close to the basket.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Olajuwon with a dream shake. Missed it. Oh,
goodness gracious.
No whistle.
Goodness gracious. That's a pure D-Muggin.
Horry taking it in.
D-Muggin. On the street, you go to jail.
Now Maurice Taylor at the other end.
Now, this is why Rudy T is upset. All right, here's the shot. Now, Maurice goes to the basket help, and boom, upside the head. The only thing he was lacking was the baseball bat.
And 3 officials out there, and nobody saw it.
No, that's not quite right. Nobody called.
Okay, they had to see it. Wow. Well, that would have been the 4th foul for O'Neal, but more importantly, Maurice had a good offensive rebound, and Robert Horry misses a free throw. It's contagious.
Bill, if I had jumped on you like that in the streets, you would have filed charges on me.
I wouldn't have been alive to file. Shaquille will come out now for the final 9 seconds. And Bullard will come in for Olajuwon. Mark Matson in the game. The Rockets will have just under 10 seconds left to get the final shot. They gotta, if Robert misses, get the rebound, and he makes. And it's a tie game at 74. 5 seconds, down to 4, down to 3. Moochie to the basket, throws it up and missed it. And there's the horn. The Rockets outscoring the Lakers 27-22 in the 3rd quarter. And here we go to the final 12 minutes, and we're all tied at 74. See, late in his career, he's gone to a perimeter center more than inside, and I don't know if Shaq can do that later. Greg Foster in the game now for Shaq. Foster, an 11-year veteran. Ryder and Bryant in the backcourt together. It'll be Bryant's show now. Well, Horry's going to pump it up. Got it. Robert Horry with a 2.
See, with the Robert Horry, you stay close and make him put the ball on the floor.
Yeah. Lakers have regained the lead.
You go around right. You isolate with Mooch on him.
Maurice Taylor spins inside, blocked by Robert Horry.
Now, Robert Horry Warren's a good defender.
Yes, he is. He's
Now,
a good shot blocker.
Yeah, remember when he played against Barkley during the playoffs? You got to be very careful that you don't take him for granted. He has long arms and he plays good body position.
Rockets got a turnover on the other end. Juan posting up on Foster. Looked like the Rockets Utah Jazz again. Steve has it blocked by Ori again. All right, 2 seconds. 1 second. Shoot it, Steve, and it'll be a violation.
There's 2 big defensive plays
by Ori. And a basket sandwiched in between.
You can't allow a player like Ori to come off the bench and keep the team in striking distance or ahead.
Bryant turns the corner, takes it inside for 2. An acrobatic shot. 34 points for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers now regain the lead by 4. They're down by 7.
All right, ball movement, ball movement. There's a shot right there.
Juan from 18 short. We play 2 minutes into the 4th quarter, and Shaquille is on the bench, and the Lakers are upping the lead.
Well, they're upping the lead because they're doing a little better job with ball movement offensively than the Rockets are. See, you got to understand something about offensive basketball going down the stretch. You've got to get the ball in the hands of the right person to have a finish to that particular possession. Not everybody on the floor is a shooter.
Steve a little short.
But isn't that the example of having a go-to man, Bill?
Timeout taken by the Lakers, and it looked like the Rockets wanted a timeout. Akeem's sucking wind out there. 9:23 left to play. Rockets trail by 4. Now he's diagramming the mascot tricks. What's next? Brian Shaw working in on Moochie Norris, double team, and knocked away from Ori. Rockets need to score, Murph.
Yes, they do. The last couple of possessions, they got nothing out of it.
Well, this ought to be good. Ryan and Mobley.
Nah, but they're not going to throw him to the wolves. Kick it back quickly. See, that's too much dribbling right there. If you don't have the shot, swing the ball.
Moochie floats it in and overshot. Moochie Norris with 6 points. 2-point Laker lead. O'Neal missed a shot in the open court. Steve Francis will pull it back.
Okay, now, folks, the reason he pulled that back because there was no fast break, and they need to get a good shot.
Mobley and Ryder.
There you go. Ryder can't guard you. Ryder can't guard him. Ryder can't guard him. He can't guard you, Bill, on a good night.
Ties the game at 78. Shaq again, got it right inside. O'Neal with 19. 53 of the 80 points by the Lakers, O'Neal and Bryant. Under 8 minutes left to play in the game. Going right back to Mobley and Ryder again.
Take him to the hole again. Oh, you got Shaw trying to protect that middle. So what do? You got them pop, huh?
O'Neal with the rebound. That's his 11th.
Oh, watch the dunk. I saw it coming.
Kobe Bryant sailing through the air. 82-78. Bryant with 36 points. Wow.
Good that he grabbed that rim because he was still going up when he dunked that ball.
Legal defense on the Lakers. That's their 3rd. Rockets get a technical foul shot.
Ask me, do I care?
Yeah, I don't either, and I don't think honestly Phil knows what it is. He knows what it is, but not exactly where the players were at the time the whistle was blown. defense in the NBA is like one of those trigonometry questions you used to get.
Well, hey, Bill, I have a problem with trig, so
I never took it. That's just what I heard. Double team on Mobley now, swinging around. Inside to the dream. King back outside, and traveling is called on Olajuwon. I thought he was dribbling the ball. 7:09 left to play. 82-79. Rockets now with 13 turnovers, which isn't bad. The Lakers with 14. Kenworthy back into the game, and he gives it up to Orr. Ryder rims it out. Left to play.
take Timothy, please.
Taylor takes it inside on the pass off. He's fouled. Robert Horry picks up his first foul of the game. That's only the first team foul on the Lakers. The Rockets do not have a team foul.
This tells me here in the fourth quarter that the officials are going to allow the players to determine the winner of this game.
Well, that should favor the Lakers because Shaq is going to get away with a lot. Lucci to the basket. Lucci Norris.
Timothy should be tested every time down the floor right now. He's an offensive player, and you want to make him pay the cost to be the boss.
He's a little guy, too.
What they got to do with it?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm still touchy, Bill.
Bryant. Inside for two, and he's fouled. Kobe Bryant. Now that looks a little like Michael, the way he's able to hang in the air, the ability of the great ones like Dr. J and Michael Jordan and
all right,
now Kobe Bryant.
Okay, here's the first mistake. The first mistake is Coutinho allowed him to go baseline. That's a no-no. Secondly, Olajuwon comes over to support, and Kobe gets a three-point play.
39 points for Kobe Bryant, and the Lakers up that lead to 4 again. 6:10 left.
Gucci, don't play with him. Take him to the basket.
He just did, and he's fouled.
See, you know, anytime you got a situation that's in your favor offensively, don't play with the basketball. Attack. Make them have to be concerned about what you're doing.
Robert Horry with a foul. Tried to draw a charge.
It's interesting. The Lakers are doing just enough to stay ahead of the Rockets. And that's not really necessarily what the Lakers are doing. The Rockets, from time to time, have been their own worst enemy. You know, they have a chance to get over that hump, and then they have a turnover or a missed shot or a poor defensive rotation, and the Lakers have capitalized on it.
Lucci gets them both. Lucci Norris now in double figures with 10 points. Again, a 2-point Laker lead. Ryder coming around Shaq. Blocked by Olajuwon. Bounces in the open court. Steve. Norris. Yes. And the Rockets have tied the game at 85.
Somebody got to pick him up. He'll hit that. He'll hit that. I wouldn't lie to you, folks.
Two-pointer.
Now, Rudy's upset because they did a poor job getting back in transition and matching up. They allowed someone like Ryder, who has the reputation of being a streaky shooter, to stand wide open.
2-point lead again by the Lakers. Trying to sneak a pass in by Horry. Can't do it.
That's his third.
When you bounce pass through the lane, that's a dangerous pass. Can't do that. There's a foul on Akeem. Well, a smart play. He said, I'm sending him to the line. We have a timeout on the floor. 5:06 left to play. Lakers up by 2. When we come back, Shaq will try to make some free throws. Played his high school ball in San Antonio.
See, now that's a big one. because they got something out of the possession. If he misses, the Rockets have a chance to come back and tie.
Well, he made them back-to-back.
3 for 13.
3 for 12.
3 for 12.
21 points. Again, a 4-point lead by the Lakers. Jack comes out on Norris. He goes right by him. Lucci puts it up, missed it. Rebound, great rebound by Maurice Taylor. Mobley will fire up the three. Got it. Tino Mobley.
But let's give Maurice Taylor a lot of credit for keeping that ball alive, rebounding, and getting it back out to a wide open Tino Mobley.
Lakers by 1. Isaiah Ryder. Great move. He just didn't make it. He fell down. Rockets have an advantage by a man. Maurice takes it in for 2. Over Shaquille O'Neal. Maurice Taylor with 17 points.
And that gives the Rockets the lead, Bill, by a point.
Yep. 11 left. Ryder from the corner.
Ryder's going to shoot him out of there.
A loose ball foul on Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, all right, should be 4.
Boy, Keem went down like somebody had hit him with a baseball bat.
As long as they don't bruise him, I don't care.
Get the license plate of that truck, and it's 34. Rockets trying to build on a 1-point lead.
Well, the license plate has a big Superman insignia on it.
Give it right back to Mucci. Back to Elijah on top. The key, fires back, missed it. That play never really got going, did it?
No. See, Mooch made a mistake because he was too close on top of Elijah Wan to start off with. He got a show.
Foul on Mobley.
Mobley's got to move his feet quicker because they're not going to allow you to use your hands at all with Kobe.
Both teams now with 3 team fouls. Mobley has 3. Olajuwon has 4. Francis with 4. And Shaquille O'Neal with 4 for the Lakers. Ken Berthy down to Shaq. Shaq working on Olajuwon. Took it inside. He's fouled again. Well, you're at that juncture of the game now where you need to foul him anytime he gets it close to the basket. That's the 5th foul, however, on Akeem.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Akeem goes home tonight, after he takes that hot shower with Liniment, he's going to sleep good because he's had a load to guard tonight, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Back when they played in the NBA Finals, Akeem had a little more bulk.
And a little more speed to get away from him.
Ooh. That never got off his hand.
Super glue.
Look at the free throws tonight. Got that one up.
Now he's 3 for 4 here going down the stretch here. That's not bad.
No. 4 of 14 for the game. 22 points.
That ties the game up again, folks. Right now, the Rockets have got to be concerned, and Rudy called a wise timeout to talk about it.
And to give Akeem a breather.
Good points.
Played all the way.
Good points.
3:11 left to play in this game, and it's anybody's game.
You know, during the time when we played, if somebody was going to foul us when they had one to give, as soon as they reach for us, pull up and take the shot.
Jack coming out on Norris. Tino Mobley on the wing, giving it down to Olajuwon. He picked up his dribble over to Mucci. 2 seconds. Oh, boy, you can't waste the possession.
That's it. Now, unfortunately, I got to say this. That was Mooch's fault. Mooch was the guard with the ball with the clock going down. He's got to know the situation on the floor at all times. Now, I think Rudy's kind of letting him know that a little bit right now.
You got to remember when you call a timeout, it goes back to 14 seconds on the shot clock. I think they thought they had 24.
Well, here's another even situation right there. You look at the turnover, but nevertheless, it's interesting that the Rockets have got many points off their turnovers that they've gotten off of the Rockets.
What does he want, 2, 5, 6?
having a problem with the clock is why we're stopping play right now.
Well, you got 2:55 left in this game, Bill, and the Rockets have got to be very concerned that they use their fouls wisely and that their possessions, they get something out of it. That last one,
Rudy asked how many team fouls the Rockets had. Jack Neese told him they had 4 team fouls, so he immediately fouled Shaquille O'Neal.
See, it's all about strategy now, isn't it?
Yep. The official, Jack Neese, made the call. Scott Wall and Mark Wunderlich, the other 2 officials. It's Hack-a-Shack time.
Down the stretch, he's making them, Bill. That looked good when he left his hand.
He's 4 for 5.
Here in the fourth.
Here in the fourth.
Well, he had enough practices.
And Mobley takes it away from him, so he gets 1 out of 2. Lakers lead by 1.
He shot that so important. He knew where it was going. He ran right for it. Now the Rockets right now have got to get this ball moving. They're going to trap, and if you ball movement, somebody's going to be wide open.
Oh, they gave it to Steve. He got out of harm's way over to Norris. Lakers pressing all over, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Mucci did not get it off in time.
Now that's 2 possessions back-to-back that the Rockets got nothing out of it.
Mucci Norris called for the foul. You're correct. You know, that's right. They fouled Shaq. At least the Lakers got 1 point out.
Sure. Now, the Rockets have got to be very careful that they don't keep the ball offensively on one side of the floor where the Lakers can funnel and take away the option of ball movement.
All right, Walt Williams now in for Mucci Norris. And they foul Shaq again. Maurice Taylor. That's 2 fouls in a row for Taylor. He's now got 4 fouls, and Shaq will go back to the line.
Now, all this goes for naught if the Rockets can't go on the other end and score.
Shaq has attempted 16. This will be his 17th free throw of the game, so that means he's attempted 15 or more free throws in a game 41 times in his career.
Okay, now, let's give credit where credit's due. The big boy's getting the job done right now from that foul line.
Yep.
So the Rockets have got to be concerned about keeping the destiny in their own hands by going down the other end, and they've got to score. So often, everybody down the stretch plays a half-court game. If it's me, what I try to do is I try to get as many opportunity baskets as possible, and then if there's nothing there, then slow it down.
All right, he's gotten 1 out of 2 both trips. Rockets haven't gotten a shot the last 2 trips. Got to get a good shot here. Mobley foul.
Now, that's a foul. That's a foul they had to get.
Yeah, that's 14 foul. Be sure to catch the Rockets on UPN 20. They'll take on Antoine Jameson and the Golden State Warriors Saturday night here in Compaq Center. Game time, 7:30 on UPN 20. Mobley back outside. Olajuwon swings it over to Maurice Taylor. He misses the shot. Boy, look at Steve Francis get that rebound.
Everybody's got to help in a situation like this.
That's his 8th rebound of the game. Mobley to the basket. Saves it. Called a timeout. Going out of bounds. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Once again here, that's the that's the 3rd trip the Rockets had and came up blank.
Yep. 3 trips. At least the Lakers are getting 1 free throw from Shaq. 1:40 left.
Gotta let him go baseline. Get him to help.
Kobe Bryant with 41 points. And Rudy wants a timeout. Well, the Rockets offense has picked a tough time to go dry. And the Lakers are up by 4.
Using too much of the clock and not getting a good shot.
Kobe comes out on Steve. Walt Williams trying to get it in, does, finally.
Don't get caught in those corners, on that sideline.
And a half left to play. Mobley out high, gets a double team immediately. Now Horry goes away. Mobley's left one-on-one with Harper. Now the double team comes again. Over to Mo Taylor. Mo Taylor back outside to Mobley. 4, down to 3. Mobley has to force up a tough shot. Tips it.
How many times have we seen him come to the end of the sound offense.
16 points for Olajuwon. Well, the Laker defense has been superb.
Well, how do you win championships, Bill?
Rockets have to have the same type of defense. Ryan wants that ball. He's upset. O'Neal twists, turns, and he's fouled on the play. Taylor called for the foul. That's his 5th.
You know, Mo Taylor has played some well of a game today also, Bill. Yeah, you can't put your hands on him. That's a good call. That's a foul.
So big free throws again. O'Neal 6 of 18. Oh, no. That looked like my putting stroke. I think he's got the yips.
Where did you?
That looks like my putting
Is that
stroke.
the yips?
Yeah. Got a 5-foot putt, and you only put it 4 feet. Well, he got one. He rattled that one home. And a timeout taken by the Rockets. 52 seconds left to play. Houston trailing by 3. If you have to, foul him again, see if he can make 2.
Yeah, see, here's the one-on-one Rudy wanted.
Mobley and Harper, but it won't be one-on-one long. As soon as he gets across that line, somebody will come over. There's Ori. They go to Taylor. Taylor with a jumper. Got it. 95-94.
Now, the game has 2 possessions left, and the last one will be the Rockets if they can stop the Lakers on this possession.
Kobe Bryant.
No, you're going to need help. He's going to need help. He's going to need help. He's going to need help.
Bryant isolated from the top.
Boy, he's cold-blooded, Bill. Boy, that young man can play basketball.
25 seconds left, 3-point game. Mobley, 3-pointer for the tie. Air ball. Shaq gets it up to Bryant, and that'll ice it. Kobe Bryant with 45 points. And the Lakers are going to pull this game out. The Rockets go cold, and Kobe Bryant.
Top of this broadcast that you can't allow one of them to have a great game and the other one have his normal game. And this is what Kobe had a great game.
Rockets need a quick basket and a foul. Taking too long. Look at Shaq come out and steal the ball. Shaquille O'Neal. Look at that big man play. Is he something? He came out and stole that ball then.
Well, it wasn't too hard to steal it, actually, Bill. That was a nice little floater that went across, and they were playing the passing lanes, as teams will do now against the Rockets, and he was able to pick it up and gallivant to the basket.
Shaquille O'Neal in this game has missed 13 free throws, Murphy, 7 of 20, but he's 6 for 10 towards the end of the game. 6 of 11. 7 of 21 from the line. Had he made 50%, this would have been a breather for the Lakers. Missed them both.
You think he cares?
Nope. And that's the end of the game, so the Lakers come on strong down the stretch. Kobe Bryant with 45 and Shaquille O'Neal with 25. And the Rockets lose their 3rd home game in a row. There's Kobe giving Kitsy Thomas a little peck on the cheek.